We're coming to you filming live today from the 18th OutThere International Arts Festival here in Great Yarmouth.
Woo! And we're joined by our brilliant producers, Stella and Alex. Thank you very much.
A round of applause.
Come on. Our guests this evening will include Karl from Colossal Youth, Ruben from Reprezent Project, Gabby from the Bakehouse, and Josh from Possible Worlds.
We've also got the marvellous Helen of Norwich, the good news, mostly, Britain's Got Tarot, and the Good Neighbours Gone Fishing Yorko Special.
But first, let's hear the good news, shall we?
Our dogs do really judge us. We always thought it was cats, but it turns out our four-legged friends giving us the once-over every time we do a task. Researchers at the Kyoto University in Japan discovered that our dogs watch us, and if we mess up, they don't respect us anymore. What's more fascinating is that they also judge how others treat us. So the good news is, if someone's mean to you, a dog is likely to find a way to shit on their doorstep. Way to go, Fido! The answer to rising electricity bills may soon be found somewhere in the middle aisle of Lidl. The famous Lidl Middle is going to begin selling plug-in solar panels, which means the UK can finally catch up with places such as Pakistan, where people are responding to the climate crisis by building their own solar-powered rigs. Insurance companies are also preparing for an increase in claims from badly attached solar panels falling off people's balconies and knocking you out. Now, aren't mushrooms just magic? Not that kind, although they also are. I have some in my bag, if anyone would like any. Not really. In fact, a new multi-million-pound award has been given to a new conservation project for mushrooms to clean up our rivers. The Mycofiltration Project will trial natural fungal filters at storm overflows to break down pollutants, insecticides and bacteria. However, sadly, the inventors have already said the project won't work here in Great Yarmouth. They tested it out in the tap water here, but the water is so polluted, the mushrooms immediately turned aggro and started calling for the death penalty for other vegetables. Alex wrote that.
Ray did it, wasn't me.
Now let's celebrate Peer of the Year.
Boo! I don't give a shit about peers in the House of Lords, Jess.
It's not that sort of peer, Claire Farrell. No. Britannia Pier in Great Yarmouth has been crowned the National Peer of the Year 2026 by pop idol Gareth Gates. He'll star in the Beauty and the Beast panto at the pier in December, and Mayor of Great Yarmouth, Karl attended the award presentation, where the society officially presented the award to the pier. Bravo, pier! And now on to the weather.
Emergency crews were alerted to the inferno after calls were made around 6:50 p.m. on Tuesday evening. It's understood the flames started in an area of vegetation near the ruins of St Anthony's Chapel, sending a plume of smoke over the city which could be seen for miles.
Yeah, it's not that good, that bit, but let's go direct to the National Emergency Briefing on climate.
Why are we unbelievably even pulling back from rapidly and forthrightly addressing the greatest crises to ever threaten our species, climate breakdown and biodiversity loss? We have declared war on our one and only home. We've set our house on fire. So that's you and I, that's all of us, need to lead the UK on an immediate route to recovery.
And what people need to know about that, which is fucking bad news, is that there has been thousands of people screening that emergency briefing in their community centres, churches, libraries, all over the country. So don't worry, because a revolution is coming and the bottom-up movement is basically going to become a government in waiting. But you need to go to your local briefings and work out how to prepare the nation, because the government are not doing it.
Woo. Claire will get you if you don't attend. Earlier today, we went out onto the streets of Great Yarmouth to meet some of the local residents and see what was going on.
Hello! Good Neighbours is in Great Yarmouth for the 18th OutThere Festival. It's our 6th episode, but we're here to check out the way the arts is bringing the community together through theatre, live music, and my favourite, immersive entertainment. Let's go see what they got.
And that, my darlings, was the good news.
Okay, so now it's time for our first guest to be welcomed to the stage. Can we bring on Karl Clare from Colossal Youth?
Eager you were.
Testing. Check. Hello everyone. My name's Karl Clare from Colossal Youth. I've just rushed back from the States today to be here. The Magdalen Estates, that is.
Wow.
Thank you for coming.
Anyone from the Mag here? Is anyone from the Magdalen Estates over here? Yeah. I was dragged up on the Mag as well. Yeah, Merton Avenue massive. But taking no prisoners, releasing no hostages. Okay, let's go.
Epic.
What do you need to know?
Okay, so, Colossal Youth, just for our viewers, because we're recording this, is an art space, a DIY venue, and hosts workshops and community events, including groups like Red Herring Press.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you just tell us a bit, Karl, first of all, about Colossal Youth?
Okay, so, yeah, we run, we've been established for about 5 years. Previously, we were in the former Great Yarmouth Mercury offices. We've now got a Grade 2 listed building directly opposite St George's Church. I'll just give a plug for tonight. We're having a party starting tonight, probably ending Wednesday next week, right?
Fantastic.
So everyone's invited. Refreshments are available at reasonable prices. Banging music. It's going to be a great night, or a great couple of nights. Yeah?
Where's that?
This is on King Street, directly opposite St George's. It's called Colossal Youth. It's a big Victorian Grade 2 listed building with the columns. Most people will know where it is, yeah?
Right.
I put, you can go to my Facebook page, or the Colossal Youth Facebook page is up there, yeah? So, all right, so my story starts right. Originally, my inspiration, I was a twin. My twin brother unfortunately died 2 years ago.
I'm sorry.
But he had a venue over on the other side of the bridge. That was the former Bird's Eye Social Club, where our parents had their wedding reception. He took the building on, turned it into essentially a space that it's very similar to what I'm doing now. And he was my inspiration. So anything I've got, I owe to him, as well as other people. So in here, I've got a kind of interesting backstory. But in here, this is a copy of Huck magazine from 2016. There's a feature in here. There was a guy called Lee Kirby who was doing a photographic record of my brother. He was a Westwood collector, so he wore, hence I inherited all
I
his
did
gear.
notice.
Yeah. So
Fashion, yeah.
he took loads of photographs called the Acid Priest series. So they then did an article in Huck magazine. That's the Independence issue, and he was an independent, essentially doing what we're doing. I recommend anyone to read this. That gives my backstory, and it's a really brilliant article, some great photographs, and it gives you an indication of kind of what we're doing, you know. So, Good Neighbours. I haven't done this alone, obviously. So, first of all, I want to thank Steve. Is Steve around? The sound guy from Colossal Youth. He's been a tremendous help. And if you really want to know Good Neighbours, Lottie, of course, from Red Herring Press, Jason Karl from Ashby Arts. But the two people who have helped me the most, apart from my brother, are Kaavous and Jules Devonshire. Without them, I couldn't have done anything at all. And if you want to know, they've been so kind.
They're on after you.
Yeah, they've been so kind, so generous to me. They've done so much for me. I don't really get the chance to thank them very much. I want to take this opportunity to thank you both. You've done I couldn't have done it without you, you know. And Lottie as well, you know, and loads of people. Because it's all a collaboration, isn't it? Nobody does anything alone. We need other people, good neighbours, to support us. And we pride ourselves on knowing our neighbours. The Kurdish guys opposite, the Turkish barbers, the jeweller next door. When we were down there, we made good relationships with all our friends and neighbours, because then we look after each other.
Yeah.
And that's we're an anarcho art space, but anarchism is really about self-rule and looking after your own people in your own area.
That's very much
That's
what
our
we're
ethos,
about.
right?
So, being from Yarmouth, I'm told that you're like a proper Yarmouth person
I'm a
who's from
total
inside.
Yarko.
Is it Yarko? We were going with
Yarko.
Yarmouthian
I'm
and we
100%
sounded like a
Yarko.
right bunch of
I'm 100%
Londoners.
Yarkos.
Yarkos.
I'm really hard because even the water's hard here. You were talking about the water, yeah? So, all right, I've been to 5 continents. I've worked on 4. I've lived on 3 continents. But I'm really into the idea of psychogeography, psychohistory. And the premises we now occupy is 100 yards away from the place I was born. I was born in the old Great Yarmouth General Hospital.
Amazing.
So I've ended up back there. And I've always joked that I was born 100 yards away and I'm going to die here. Well,
Not today, please.
well, no, I died. I contracted pneumonia this year and was in intensive care for 4 years and nearly did die.
Oh, shit.
So, hey, but I'm still here. That'll take more than that to kill me.
But this also says that you're a bit medieval.
Medieval?
Yeah.
In what way?
That from inside the old medieval walls.
Yes, I was born on one of the few proper Yarkos. You can smell the bloater on me. Where I was born.
What does that mean?
A bloater is a herring, a smoked
fish.
herring. That's like an Arbroath
I
smoky.
wondered what that was.
So our major industry for 1,000 years was herring, wasn't it? You know, there were 1,000 boats used to sail at Yarmouth. There's none anymore.
Yeah.
And the herring fleet used to come down the coast and would end up at Yarmouth at the end of the season. And there were 1,000, and we had a really cosmopolitan population because there were a lot of cosmopolitan Scottish people. I'm not sure if you.
My mother's from Glasgow. She's very cosmopolitan.
yeah.
I'll have you know.
Lovely place.
Is it true you're half American?
I was adopted by. So when we were 14, my mother worked in a pub called the Rumbold Arms that was owned by a cousin, and American tugs used to moor up on the quay next there, and they used that as their pub. She ended up marrying an American tugboat captain. His name was Clare. He adopted us. We moved to Louisiana when we were 14.
Wow.
And when my teenage years, I spent between here and Louisiana, depending on the contract he was working. Sometimes he was in the North Sea, sometimes he was in the Gulf of Mexico. So we lived over there, went to school over there. And it was great, you know, as 13, 14-year-olds. That was like the Beatles had arrived over there when me and my brother arrived. You know, that was like, yeah, but, you know, hey, gee, I love your accent and everything. But
are there loads of Americans here?
There were 5,000 Americans.
We have
lived in
one
Yarmouth.
that Yarmouth used to be full of white, rich US immigrants.
Absolutely.
Do you think they are greeted differently to today's new arrivals?
I was gonna make exactly that point. That they were welcomed because they were white and very, very rich. The money here was incredible.
When was that?
This was from about the mid-60s when the southern sector of the North Sea opened up. Until about the 80s, they trained up people from. I worked in the oil and gas industry as well, as most people in Yarmouth did then. I was a welder in a previous life. And so that served me well. I travelled all over the world. I lived in Africa. I worked in China. I've worked all over Europe, all over the UK doing that. So that served me well. But that was so, when we first moved there, that was so exotic, so different. So you couldn't believe that, wow, that was an amazing, I've had an amazing life, you know, we had an amazing childhood. And it was an incredibly.
How important do you think the arts are to Great Yarmouth right now when you're going through maybe a bit of a sort of polarised divide?
I think when my brother first opened that place, there was very little funding here. I think Jules, Kaavous and Jules, you went to see Lee when you first came because he was like the only independent kind of art sort of space running. Well, now we've got a load of other places. Reprezent, obviously. Freshly created independent spaces. There's a lot of art galleries and people moving here, and it's difficult, isn't it? Is it going to be gentrification or is it going to be rejuvenation? Well, I prefer to think it's going to be rejuvenation, and it is important to the town. It's been seen as like a real cultural backwater for such a long time, but there's a rawness in Yarmouth and an unpretentiousness that would serve that well because you can do things and people aren't critical because you're doing something, which tends to happen maybe in other. But we don't want to end up possibly like Hastings or.
Oh, I just came back from there. That is gentrified
Phil,
the apple.
failed in
I did quite like a nice
Hastings.
latte, though, I must say.
See, I can't see that.
I don't know. I love the beach. I went to the beach today, and you've apparently got a country and western shop that's amazing, and I've got to check out.
On Regent Road, I think. Yeah, they sell. I think they also sell Nazi memorabilia, so maybe not.
Oh,
God! I got some creepers. But Galston Beach is fantastic.
Galston
Have you been
Beach.
there, Galston?
No.
That's through a thing called Longshore Drift. When I was a kid, that more or less disappeared. There was but it's now a wide expanse, and I think it's been voted in the top 10 beaches in Europe through TripAdvisor. Yeah.
Well, you
so
can
Gorton,
take
I
us
would
tomorrow.
recommend.
Take us tomorrow.
I would love
That
to.
is all we've got time for our first guest. But can you
Thank you very
please
much.
give a warm round of
Thank you,
applause?
everybody.
Thank you.
Sorry, we've lost the word.
Where are we?
We were out there.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay, so we're out there. The theme of today is out there in its various forms. Out there can mean a lot of different things, like Claire's hair, or being outdoors like this is. Didn't you give a speech recently about organised love?
Yeah, which is a bit of an out there thing to say. But
It sounds quite dictatorial, actually. Organised love.
Organise it.
Organised love. Her partner disagrees. She's very disorganised.
I got invited really kindly by a set of people who are probably here from the outdoor arts sector to go and speak at their conference. I had no idea that they even had like a conference that they would get together every year, and I went, and it was bloody brilliant. And I gave a keynote which basically said to the outdoor artists, who are like, you know, the most unpretentious, like we go and talk to real people kind of part of the arts that I think is really democratic and really fun. And I basically gave them a sort of rousing speech about how they needed to help us start the revolution. I can see some of them there.
How's the revolution going? All right? Okay. Yeah, you've only got 10 minutes.
The networks are building, aren't they? I mean, I think for me, it feels like because we want to see a politics of love and not a politics of hate, and because we're working, lots of us, in like spaces where people are doing lots of grassroots organising and lots of participation with the arts, but also with like people making space to do their own democracies. You know, the idea of organising a democracy of love yourselves from the ground up is, you know, kind of the theme of what I spoke to people about. And I thought it went down quite well, actually. You know, people seem quite enthusiastic.
You delivered it. Have you seen the new Banksy statue? Has everyone seen that? We're a bit obsessed with flags in this country right now, aren't we? I saw a few down the beachfront. We've got our very own as a just an alternative to the Union Jack, the Union Jill, just for anyone who likes a bit of colour, a bit of inclusion.
Yeah.
I thought that Banksy, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like the guy's tied up in the flag and he can't see, but he's marching to work.
But you also went on a march recently, didn't you?
I found myself on the Tommy Robinson march. Love him. Not really. No, I did go on the Free Palestine march. And then my friend who never goes to any protests was like, I want to see the other one. The police, to be fair, did do quite a good job of separating the march. Like they were both in central London, but we did not see each other at all. And then we sort of snuck round the back and went in. And we were at Trafalgar Square and I felt terrified.
Did you?
I knew what I was wearing, like a normal t-shirt, but they went, here they come, because I wasn't sort of like dripping in sort of face paint and like hatred. What I thought was really weird about it was that the minute you got in, there were loads of people carrying these massive crosses on their shoulders. And I was like, it was like real doomsday. And then it turned out like an anonymous donor had dropped about 5,000 of these crosses for people to kind of pick up, and then loads of the speakers were like deeply religious. They were like, let me hear some hallelujah. And like even the people who were sort of there like loving Tommy looked really bemused. So I think that's the sort of weird MAGA influence, which was...
Yeah, definitely. It is an iconic look though. Carting a massive cross around the streets is you know...
It's quite Madonna, 88, like a prayer. I love it. Okay, who's our next guest? Right, can we just get a bit shake? Can everyone shake? Shake the bodies, shake the bodies. Are you having a lovely time? I love Great Yarmouth. I think it's fantastic. Right, now we're going to welcome our next guest, who's going to be playing some games with us. Who likes a game? So let's please welcome to the stage. We've already had them spoken about. A little bit of local legendary people here. Kaavous and Jules from Reprezent Project.
Woo! And welcome Gabby and Josh from the Bakehouse and Possible Worlds.
Good neighbours.
Sorry.
Welcome.
So I think it's 2 to a mic. So nice and close.
Nice and cosy, nice and cosy. Thanks so much for joining us and agreeing to come on the show.
Thank you. They work. That's for the game.
So, first of all, can you tell us a bit about yourselves? Kaavous, can you tell us about Primark? We were there today, actually.
Primark is a space we have in an old Debenhams. Turn me up, turn me down.
Could you sing your answers? We are an entertainment arts project. No. Not really. You can just answer.
So we run an organisation called Original Project, and we work with art and education in Great Yarmouth. We're into the idea of art as a way of learning and sort of responding to the world and thinking about how to be independent, and that takes many forms. A festival of sound and new music called Yarmonics. Spaces, studios, exhibitions.
It's really cool. I went down there. You've got loads of little studios for artists that are like 60 quid a month for a sort of studio, and you've got loads of people making stuff, exhibitions, and you also run the Yarmakers. Tell us about that.
So, Yarmakers started actually in the old Colossal Youth building many years ago as a sort of Make Yarmouth project with young people making things, crafting, that sort of thing. But we reinvented it in Primark in a space that we had created as a roller skating rink for an exhibition many years ago. So it's a little arena. But we've been kitting it out with different equipment like 3D printers, laser cutters, lots of sewing machines, love sewing, and through various different funding streams, we've been able to kind of deliver this program called Yarmakers, which has taken on different kind of like priorities around connecting people, socializing, and just generally having fun making stuff. No pressure.
I really loved it.
Sounds good. Okay, and Josh, tell us, why is Yarmouth a great home for independent thinking?
Oh, why is Yarmouth a great home for independent thinking? There's a lot of space here, which really helps. There's a lot of there's a sense that you can kind of do stuff here that you might not be able to do in cities, in more crowded places. There's also like a huge number of really open-minded people, and I think what Karl said earlier about people not being critical about people trying stuff is really important, I think.
That's a massive thing. I love that. That's
good for our show.
No judgment.
And Gabby, your big passion being food. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So for the last year and a half, we've been running Bakehouse, which has been a pay what you can cafe in Yarmouth Town Centre. We've taken surplus food, so ingredients that would otherwise go to waste, and made them into a different vegetarian, mainly vegan menu every week. But it's kind of using food as a bit of a Trojan horse, really, because the main thing that we wanted to do was to create a space where people could come and be themselves, really sort of like forcefully wanting to welcome in migrants, wanting to welcome in LGBTQ plus people, and being sort of really proudly diverse, and at a time when it felt like it was needed here.
Amazing.
And you've recently closed down, haven't you?
Yeah, so in the last few weeks, we had our last few weeks of having an actual bakehouse space. Bakehouse as a CIC will continue to exist, so we'll still be doing cookery classes and catering and other food-related stuff. But yeah, it's been a bit of a bittersweet time. Our lease runs out on Monday. So
can we give them a round of applause for the amazing work that they've done in the community? What a beautiful project.
Thanks, guys.
I can't wait to see what you do next. I'm sure it'll be lovely. Are you ready to play a game? It's called Yarko Greats, and we created it quite quickly. So we're going to ask you a bunch of questions about Great Yarmouth and being a good neighbour. You've got buzzers in front of you. Can you test them? Maybe you have to buzz them in the mic so people can hear. Brilliant. Okay, they work. A correct answer will win you 10 whole points, and a concise and funny little anecdote when we talk to you afterwards maybe get you some bonus points. Okay, we're going to get the score kept by Ray. Isn't that right, Ray?
What? Yep.
What? Yeah. All right, back in your box, Ray. Okay, let's play Yarko Greats! going to explain these roles? Oh, you can just read them.
Well, so the first thing is to ask how well do you know each other as neighbours? Quite good? Quite a lot? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So question number one. Question number one is, which of you lovely lot hosted a banana-themed event called I'll Be Your Mirror? Oh.
Bakehouse.
She's in there.
Velvet Underground evening. It was very good. Actually, it was Rachel, who's just over there, who put that together.
Big up, Rachel.
So none of us, actually Rachel is the correct answer.
And tell us why the banana theme?
Rachel got really excited about the idea of like creating immersive worlds around cool records. So we did a whole Velvet Underground themed night where people performed songs and there were bananas everywhere. It was great.
Oh, sweet. I dressed up as a Tudor banana once with a ruff. It was really good. For a similar party.
Anything yellow. She will wear. Anything. A banana skin. Which one of you exploded all over Great Yarmouth?
It's too quiet. They won. Come on.
Go. Yes. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that was us.
Okay. Oh, it was you. Oh, that was also you. Okay, and tell us a bit more about that.
So last year we researched the idea of an exploded art school in Great Yarmouth. So that's thinking about the whole of the town as an art school and everyone being a student, everyone being a teacher, everyone being valued equally. And we did a week-long trial called Otherwise Intensive in November.
Brilliant.
Beautiful. It sounds a bit like the prolet cult, which our friend Nika talks about from Russia. That was a sort of proletarian sort of everyone is teacher, everyone is artist kind of movement. So there's this spirit running through a lot of our community. Okay, this question apparently is extremely easy, although I wouldn't have a clue about it myself. Which Yarmouth Square is the one where all the starlings shit on you? Okay.
Kent Square.
They both said it. Okay,
Kent Square. Okay, and Kaavous, can you tell us all something about the writer Lottie, who's written a book about the shitting starlings?
Yes.
So niche.
I usually have the book in my bag to show off, but I don't today for some reason. It's called An Economy of Starlings, and I think it's a really insightful and well-researched sort of study of how Great Yarmouth is at the moment and why economically, politically, socially, and everyone should read it. Everyone who does anything in Great Yarmouth.
Say the name again.
An Economy of Starlings.
An Economy of Starlings. Okay, check it out.
Available at Red Herring Press.
There you go.
Excellent.
Bonus question on the infamous Facebook group about the birds and Kent Square. Who else is said to have shat all over local residents? Yes. What's your team name? Fuju?
Gabby.
Fuju and Gabby. Okay, Fuju, go.
Great Yarmouth Borough Council.
I do have my answers right in front of you in blue. Did you know that anyway?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And why are they shitting on you? Literally or metaphorically speaking?
Use the mic.
Me.
Them.
Okay,
Because the starlings are attracted to the series of home oaks that are growing in the area, and they murmurate at different times at murmuration season, which is towards the end of the autumn, winter, and sort of they migrate around early April. But I feel like the residents still didn't think that the council were doing enough to move the starlings on.
how do you move a starling on?
Lasers, falcons, cutting the trees down.
Falcons! Oh, that sounds exciting. Okay, Ray, you've got something to say about the starlings, haven't you?
Well, I did, yeah. It's because they're European, aren't they?
Yes.
They're like those dodgy Europeans coming over here and shitting all over our streets. I don't like
Would
it.
you like them to shit in English, Ray?
Boo. You can boo me, it's all right.
He's Ray the racist. He just thinks he's like that because he's wearing a flat cap.
I've got a soft spot for starlings, really. We should work on them.
There's a time of day when you sort of see them going around in the sky and you have to make a real dash for your front door. It's like kind of people cowering in doorways, or you have to use an umbrella or something.
What, because their shitting is so out of control? Oh my God, I love Great Yarmouth. Okay, and we'll continue this game in a bit in a more physical round. Ooh. So for now, please go back to your seats and take a rest. And please, everybody, what was your names again? Your team name?
Fuju and Gabby.
Fuju and Gabby, a round of applause! Thank you.
Good neighbour.
Okay, next up we've got a special performer in the house. Her name is Helen of Norwich. Helen is a stand-up comedian, a singer, a poet, and a compere. She probably thinks our show's quite shit. She sounds like she's better at it than we are. And she's from Norwich, but please don't hold that against her. Welcome, Helen.
Hello.
Hello, Helen. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah?
I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah, you're good? You're sort of named after a 14th century mystic, or in a tradition of...
Yeah, I'm sort of like Julian of Norwich, but I get out more.
Yeah. Well, Julian of Norwich actually trolled me about a year ago. It was very strange. She just sort of appeared in one conversation. I'd never heard of her before. And then she came up again and again and again and again. And then a guy that I know gave me a book called Julian of Norwich's Tea Bag, which is a collection of his poetry. It was very bizarre. I just felt
Explain who she is.
She was a 14th century Christian mystic who basically sat in a cell next to a church in Norwich and communed with God. And on the one hand, spoke to people through the wall who were outside, and on the other hand, spoke to the church, engaged with the church through another window. She sort of lived a very isolated, a Christian mystic lifestyle. But anyway, she's my mate now, so it's cool. Anyway, you're going to do a poem for us.
Yes, I'm going to do a couple of poems. So I've been on quite like the journey. I partly named myself after Julian of Norwich because I was kind of deeply religious. But I was in a kind of church that didn't accept you for being gay, so that was kind of awkward. So I kind of like came out of that, and then I think I missed the guilt, so I became an environmentalist.
Good idea.
Yeah, so that kind of filled that gap. So this is a poem called "Yesterday I Killed a Bee." So I wanted to keep the guilt in there. So
Alex is vegan, so just
okay. Yesterday I killed a bee. I didn't mean to, obviously. I rode over it with my bike, trying to save the planet, damn it. I looked down and wondered if sugary water might be in order, but it was too late. It was just a kind of tiny, stripy plate, and I was just left wondering what it's like to no longer be. Yeah, so I've got another poem. So I'm the kind of second favourite mother of a rescue chihuahua. He's had 2 previous owners who've both died.
Poor him.
Thank you. We don't know much about what happened to the owners that died, except that in both cases he made it look like an accident. So
he is judging you, apparently, according to the latest research.
So I kind of like, I read a couple of facts about dogs, and by facts I mean it was on social media, but I really want it to be true. So one of the things is that small dogs don't know how big they are. Yeah. Anyone got a small dog who can vouch for it? Yeah, they don't know how big they are. The second thing is that they feel stuff and then they just sort of shake it off. And that's why they don't get PTSD, whereas humans don't want to look stupid, so they'd rather get PTSD than look stupid. So that's what this poem is about, what I learned from my dog spiritually. I also like to hide song lyrics in my songs, in my poems, so if you hear some song lyrics, that's why. My chihuahua is my spiritual advisor, twice rescued and small of paw. He enters the park like a lion, surveys his savannah and his lord. his head held high, his hips don't lie, as he swaggers his way, voracious, between the rows of herbaceous borders, unaware of his breed and freed from etiquette and overthinking. Each encounter is taken on scent, in the moment. A corgi enters the arena, and the balance of power is disrupted, takes the other by surprise. A line of dark fur shows sentiment as hackles rise, but is flicked away with a twist of a torso. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Swiftly, resentment leaving their warm brown bodies, like a dandelion seed, floats aloft, no longer heeded, into the breeze. The encounter now in the past, forgiven and forgotten, nothing lasts. That night, humans scroll through their angst looking for gods, while the lions doze gently, dreaming of a world where humans can be more dog. So just one really short prayer. It's kind of a prayer in a way. It's not. I spent a lot of time kind of looking for people to be like replacement mothers, girlfriends, therapists. They're really expensive. Actually, so are girlfriends. So this is the poem. One day you will love yourself as you are meant to be loved. When you trip, you will catch yourself before you graze your knee. When you are sleepless, you will sing yourself a lullaby. And when you are lovely, when you are lonely, you will be the friend you need that day.
Thank you so
Helen,
much.
we're going to hear from you again at the end, aren't we? But for now, please give it up. Helen of Norwich.
Thank you, Helen.
Next, our guest is Ruben Cruz from Reprezent Productions. Reprezent is an urban arts organisation using street art and murals for community expression. I've seen some of them about town. They're really beautiful and properly brighten the place up. Ruben's originally from Portugal, and Reprezent recently painted a 1972 Rolls-Royce silver shadow at the recent Motor Madness and Music Festival that was held in Anchor Gardens here in Yorko. Welcome, please, Ruben Cruz.
Obrigado. I just want to say it's Reprezent Project, not productions, but it's all fine.
I'm just turning you into like a movie production facility. They also make films in Hollywood.
It's also entirely Alex's fault because he made the cards.
It's all good. So yeah, my name is Ruben, and I arrived in Great Yarmouth in 2012.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. You have to put your mouth like right on it.
Okay.
Make out with it.
Okay.
So, can you tell us first of all, like more about what Reprezent does and why murals and why street art is important here?
So yeah, we are an urban arts organization. So we wanted to create an organization that brings people together through arts. At the same time, we can support local artists, promote their work, and make sure they get paid right. We also can provide the accessible of people to participate for free and inspire them on the place they live and bring them all together. And also, on the conservation town, being a foreigner, we need to do something out of the box, so we start painting walls.
Great. I noticed them as soon as I came in. I was like, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And as a result, we've got him on the show. You're celebrating your 10th anniversary, is that right?
Yes, on the 28th of August, so nearly there, yeah.
How does it feel to be going that long? You look so young. When did you start? You're like a fetus.
Well, when I left college, I was like, you know what?
Yes, answers, please.
When I left college, I came to UK to study performing arts. My sister was already living here, working at the factory. And I saw the diversity. I saw people saying that, to come to this side of King Street, they need a passport. And when I finished the university, I decided to host an event, what was basically fundraised by us, what was a graffiti competition. And there I just saw like so many people getting together because of that. So then I decided, why am I going to put myself in debt and going to university when I can become a social entrepreneur? And since then, I have been just doing hustling. I think I'm going to say hustling. I've been hustling.
Excellent. And I'm told that you're partly focused on sort of honouring the culture and everything about Great Yarmouth. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah. So a lot of the things we do is about promoting Great Yarmouth, and I want to put Yarmouth on the map through art. And it's been amazing because, you know, creating murals on a conservation town, we had to adapt the murals into celebrating heritage. So for me, it's been just amazing finding out all the history about Great Yarmouth. But at the same time, I want to promote and celebrate all the cultures, not just the Portuguese one. So we've done a lot of Portuguese culture already in Yarmouth, from, you know, creating murals with Portuguese artists to having the only Portuguese pavement in UK. But I want to celebrate other communities. So we are now doing a mural for the Greek community, what celebrates when they arrived in the 60s. And we have put it, there was a term, what was Great Yarmouth, because they are the ones who open all the restaurants and marine parades. So people used to call Great Yarmouth Greek Yarmouth. And because of that, we're going to do a mural what basically says, like, you know, welcome to Greek Yarmouth. And, you know, I think that's going to be amazing. And we're going to get our MP to take a picture with it as well.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
How has Great Yarmouth changed since you've been here? Have you seen any positive changes?
Yeah. I have been, look, when I came to Yarmouth, it was, I would say, a very great town, where it seems like everything happens on those 6 weeks when the kids are in holidays. And now I can see more life in Yarmouth. And I think the reason for that is, you know, amazing organizations started. You know, when I came to Yarmouth, we had Tammy Tide Museum, we had OutThere Arts, but we didn't really have a lot of diversity around, you know, arts and organizations. And now we have got Reprezent Project, Original Project, Karl from Youth Colossal. You know, there is so many organizations doing so much good work, and, you know, I'm proud to say that I'm a kind of a Yarko boy now.
Yeah, you are!
Does it take 10 years, though?
What, to become a Yarko boy?
Yeah.
No, you just need to arrive by plane or boat.
So I've got a special question here, because Alex does research for us. Can you tell us about when you painted a load of rainbow beehives?
Okay, so that was a very interesting project. You know, I try to focus what is the problem in our society and bring art and community as a solution. I have a friend that he wanted to start having like beehives. He had like beehives from, you know, his grandfather. His name is Jamie. And I said to him, it would be amazing if we could start, because he didn't have a location to put the beehives. I said it would be amazing if we could buy some beehives and there get some of the community painting the beehives and there be able to put them on the top of roofs and buildings. And we already do the art trails with, you know, with the murals, but it would be amazing to take people to beekeeping, and they could be beekeeping and looking at the murals on the sides of the beehives. And there, you know, we start looking at, you know, science, and, you know, there is scholars that connect really well with bees as well. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so we start supporting that. We done 10 beehives with Jamie, and now I've got his own CIC, is running his own show, you know, and it's really brilliant that, you know, I really help other people becoming entrepreneurs. I really help them getting established. I support Jamie. I support another men's mental health group in Gorson called Walk and Talk, where I saw them doing so amazing work around community. I support them on getting established as a CSE, because I think we need more people. We need more people like me. We need more people like Kaavous and Jules. We need more people in Yarmouth and even around the world, because, you know, if UK had more entrepreneurs or social educated entrepreneurs, I think we would be a better place to live in a way.
I couldn't agree more. Can people come and chat to you and get some inspiration? Because you're obviously very good at it.
Yeah, I'm concerned about all the filming. I think I'm gonna get deported tomorrow.
He's legit. Okay, well, before you head off, we always ask people, what do you think makes someone a good neighbour?
Care. You know what I mean? You need to care on the place you live. You need to care about people in general, you know what I mean? I have got this game with one of my neighbors. It's like, she put the bin out, I put the bin out, and now we are competing to see who puts the bin out first. Like, but I do her bin, and then if I do her bin, she come in the morning and does my bin. But it's a very interesting gaming because, you know, I used to forget about my bin, and I used to come like on my underwear at 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's like, and now I just look through the window and I'm like, my neighbor got me, and you know, so yeah, it's like, you know, I think I think we should care about our neighbors, because if we care about our neighbors, we care about our neighborhoods. If we care about our neighborhood, we care about our town. If we care about our town, we care about our country. If we care about our country, we care about the world, and it just carry on.
What a lovely thing to say.
What a
That is
beautiful
so
answer.
on mark for us. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Can you just share what your Instagram handle is, and people can follow you for more information?
Yeah, so it's Reprezent with a Z Project, not productions, Reprezent Project.
You're going into production by the end of this week, okay? I'm going to make sure of it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Ruben.
Thank you.
Now, what does Britain's future hold? Can the tea leaves tell us how long Starmer has left, or if England will win the World Cup? We at Good Neighbours have got our very own wizard to do just that. He may not be divine, but he is divining. Alex wrote that joke. It's the great Gandalfo with Britain's Got Tarot.
Slow clap, slow clap.
Greetings, Yarmouth. I have been busy consulting the ancient tarot cards backstage, asking the question that is on everybody's minds. How can the cards help Great Yarmouth navigate this time of great turmoil? The first card, which indicates how we find ourselves in this situation that was drawn, was the King of Wands.
Ooh.
The King of Wands is a card that speaks of strength, of progress at all costs. But it's not an imaginative card. This king does not want to do their own work. They want their minions to do it for them. I can't think who in Yarmouth the cards might be referencing. But where has this brought us? Because the second card that tells us the situation that we are currently in is the Five of Wands. And you may not be able to see this because you're quite a long way away, but this card shows 5 people battling with each other. It's a card of conflict, of competition and disagreement. But if you look closely, you can see that the people are only hitting each other with wooden wands. So maybe the battle is but an illusion. So the most important card is the card that will take us into the future and tell us how we navigate this Great Yarmouth. And amazingly, it is another card from the Wands. It is the Page of Wands. And echoing everything that we have heard on this illustrious programme this evening, this is a card of imagination. It is a card that invites us all to act, to do something rather than nothing, even if we don't know what it is. And that is the way that we will navigate this time of turmoil. Great Yarmouth, the cards have spoken.
Thank you so much to our psychic wizard with fish on his hat.
Herrings.
Herring, so on point. Isn't it part of Rupert Lowe's manifesto that he wants to bring back drowning for witches and kill all wizards?
Yeah, it's actually his top pledge, Charlie.
Oh no!
Really?
Charlie, watch out! Quick, you better hide! Hide!
As Michelle Obama once said, when they go low, we go bye.
Okay, so we're at a festival. We're going to go and see some stuff. I've actually not seen that much of this stuff. Has everyone seen like amazing stuff out there? Yeah. So I think after this we're going to go and see Granny Turismo. Best name, isn't it? Apparently 2 unstoppable women who turned shopping trolleys into a high-performance dance machine. I'm not even sure what that means if you put those words in that order, but it sounds pretty good.
He's really talked that up. It's actually 2 men dressed as old women in a sort of motorised shopping cart. They're still really great. I saw them made 2 kids cry yesterday, so that's what you want at an arts festival.
Ideal.
A kid literally went,
Losers Arcade?
Finally an arcade that fits us. Have you seen the Losers Arcade outside? Everyone's a loser, baby.
And I guess the thing I think is really beautiful, actually, is A Poet in Every Port, which celebrates the sort of legacy, I guess, of the Festival of Britain. So that's ongoing this year. Lots of things about the Festival of Britain, but you know, language, poetry, identity, all good things, all the kinds of things we like.
I've got one. So some of you might recognise this painting. It's by the artist over there, Basil. Say hello, Basil.
Hi.
And there's an exhibition of the work on at the Skippings, I believe. It's the Skippings? Yep. And this was the first painting that you painted in this venue, is that correct? And it's very good neighbourly, I think. Very good neighbourly.
It's really beautiful, we love it.
Yeah.
A piece of history.
How much? Does anyone have any recommendations they want to shout out for stuff that people should see tonight or tomorrow? Anyone know anything that's happening? Do you know where you are? Do you know who you are? Is everyone awake? I'm going to come up to you and collar you later and get some... Fine, we're moving on. We've got round 2 of Yarko Greats, the famous game we invented over lunch. Who would like to see it? This time, it's physical. Can we get our contestants back, please?
Okay.
Good neighbour.
It's fishing themed.
It's fish themed. All right, have we got the scores, Ray? What were they?
Yeah, it was, hold on, I'll put them on the other pipe. 34 to Fufu and 25 to Jambi.
Okay.
There you go.
Close. It could be close. Okay. So this is a physical fish round, you'll be pleased to know. Stella is going to show you all how this works. You guys are back in your teams. Because Great Yarmouth is a famous former fishing port, you've got fishing nets. One of you has to stay on stage and answer questions, so leave the clever one behind. The other one has to run around. Whilst you run around, if your partner gets a question right, there are some fish in the audience and you've got to throw them and get them in the net.
So if you've got some fish on your table, you can throw it to the person looking for them and then you throw it in the net. The person with the most fish gets the most points. Do you understand? No. That's fine. None of us really do. One of you stay here from each team and one of you out into the audience, please. I think you leave the net here, don't you? Yeah, the net stay here.
You know, you've got to get the fish and lob them. Lob the bloater. We should have called it that. It would have been a good name for it.
Lob a bloater, mate. That's what I did last night. Not really. Okay. Right. Are we ready to go? Can we get a bit of excitement, please?
Do the buzzers work? Do them again. They're very quiet. One of you's got a bit of an advantage there. Maybe the person with the quiet buzzer has to shout, "Oi!" like that, instead of using the buzzer, because it doesn't really work.
You can just go, "Ooh." Can you do that? Thank you very much. Well, you're at a disadvantage, my friend. Okay, this round is about famous people from Great Yarmouth. There So you have to make your sound or play your sound, and then you shout out an answer. Okay, it has to be a real person. And then your person gets to throw a fish. Okay, so are you ready? Who can name a famous person from Great Yarmouth? Yes.
Jason Statham.
Okay, is that true?
Yep.
We don't know either way. Great, okay.
It's on your cards, Jess.
Quick, throw a fish.
Oh, no! Anytime you speak Statham's name, bad things happen. Never speak his name. Okay, quick, keep going.
Myling Class.
Myling Class is a real person. Let's go. Throw a fish, throw a fish, throw a fish.
Keep going.
Can we get the music? Okay, quick, another person.
Anna Sewell.
Who?
Anna Sewell.
Anna Sewell. Isn't that Anasol? Isn't that a cream?
Hannah Spirit.
Oh, boo. Keep going, keep shouting them out. Who else?
Matthew McFadden.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, quick, keep going.
Bimini from Drag Race.
Okay, we've got 10 more seconds. 10, 9.
McDonald.
McDonald.
John McDonald.
Are you taking these shorter?
We're counting off.
All right. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, wait. Okay.
Who's got the most fish?
Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and we've got only 2. Yeah. Rubbish. Okay, that means you're going to
Got
oh,
2.
right. Yeah.
Oh.
You've lost.
Loaves and fishes.
That's like that Turner Prize when they said nobody wins because we all want to be friends.
It is
So
nice.
millennial of you. Okay.
What does that mean, Ray? Scores-wise.
There's still one round to go, but with this final round, we are on 64 for Fufu and 45 for
That is something
Jambe.
very different, by the way.
I'm sure that's what they said their name was.
Fuju.
Fuji, whatever.
Okay. And Jambia.
Jambe 45.
Oh no, Jambia, you are so behind despite your fish triumph. Okay, so this round, a little bit more chaotic. Same thing, but you just shout out your favourite people in Great Yarmouth. It could be absolutely anyone, but we are going to validate every single person you say, so it has to be real. Do you understand the rules? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Josh, Gabby.
Lottie. Foos. Jules.
DJ, everyone on that table. Caroline.
Throw the fish.
Lorna.
For God's sake.
Mark. Ruben.
Caroline, Rachel and John.
Okay. I love that round. Just call out random names. Okay, where does that leave us? We've got one over here at newly named Fufu, and we have 2 over at Jambi. Where does that leave us, Ray?
No, so the final scores are Jambe on 65,
Yep.
but just in the lead, and the winners of the first inaugural, perhaps the last ever,
I think so.
Great Yarmouth game is Fufu on 74.
Woo! And as a prize, you get to keep these fish. Thank you so much for joining us, and keep up the wonderful work. Give them a round of applause, everyone.
Thank you.
Difficult game.
Very difficult.
Don't know if it was more difficult for them or us, but okay. So that's nearly it. You'll be relieved to hear. We're going to get Helen of Norwich back on stage. So do you want to come up here and get ready? She's going to sing for us, which is going to be a beautiful treat.
But we do need a volunteer for this last one. Can we get a volunteer to come on stage? Anyone?
Still need a volunteer.
Anyone? Yeah, do you want to do it? Brian Eno's going to do it. Yay! Woo! Woo, woo.
Thanks, Brian. That's very charitable of you.
I actually don't know what this entails. I think she's going to physically assault
I have
you.
absolutely no idea what you've just signed up for.
I am going to touch you, but I'm DBS checked.
But then I would say
He's very
that,
young,
I?
so that's good.
So this is a story about how one of the things I like to do is walk around my local community with my dog, and I don't know, I get very sad when I see like one glove on the ground. Yeah, see, it's not just me. Some people are not. The rest of you, heartless. Okay, but what is it like? That glove is never going to like really find its other, and we hope it'll find the other one. Do you think that they're twins or lovers? I don't know.
Lovers.
Lovers, yeah, okay. So this is a song about that, and it's interactional. Because the thing about gloves back in the day is that they didn't lose their partner. Why? Because you had a string.
Yeah.
Yeah? So that's what we've got here. And then we're not going to put it through his shirt because we're short of time and because the judge said I mustn't. Yeah, you make it look like it's that. And then we're going to, like, the interactional bit is every time I say the word string, you throw that, and then when it gets into the audience, if you catch it and you hear the word string, you throw it again. And then we've also got some other, so we need someone else to agree to take this. Someone come to the front. Some people leant forward and then they changed their minds. There we go. And then we've got one more ball here.
Give it to him.
So what you're going to do is when you hear the word string, you're going to throw it to somebody. And then when you hear if you catch it and then you hear the word string, you're going to throw it again.
Do you keep the bit of string with you?
Yes, I hold it, and then so it'll form like a
so
kind
you're
of
all
network.
connected.
Yeah. So I'm going to sing, and I can't sing, I should say, but I'm greatly inspired by world leaders who aren't that skilled, but they just think, I'm going to give it a go. So that's what my inspiration for that. And also I'm going to rap, and I think nothing says rap like a white middle-aged lesbian from Peterborough. So that's what it is. And I know how bad I sing, because if I upload things onto YouTube, nothing copyright happens. Even though it is a song that you will know. So as soon as you think you know what the words are, just start shouting them, okay? So, right, you ready?
Yeah!
Yeah, okay, here we are. Okay, the other thing I want you to do as well is if you heard the word mitten, put your hand up into the international symbol for mitten, which is that. And you have to put both hands up, but I can't because I'm holding a mic.
Like Bernie Sanders.
That's so cute that means.
Right, ready? Okay, ready. Yeah, that's it. Ready? Glove on the ground, it won't be found. It must have been dropped in the rain. Soggy and wet, someone forget. It won't be matched up again. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. Now you sing it. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. Oh, 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 oh. Put your hands up, put your hands up. All the single mittens, all the single mittens. And you say it?
All single mittens.
All the single mittens. I've written a second verse. Now I have a plan, follow if you can. Everything should have a string. Maybe shoes and socks, maybe even hearts. I think it could be a thing. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. Oh, 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 oh. All the single mittens, all the single mittens. All the single mittens, all the single mittens. You're doing so well, we're just going to do the last bit again. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a string on it. Oh, 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 oh. All the single mittens, all the single mittens, all the single mittens. Give yourself a round of applause.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks so much. That was so beautiful. You look all tangled up and in love, which is exactly how we like to end shows. Thank you so much, Brian Eno. Thank you so much, Helen of Norwich. Thank you so much to our producer, Alex and Stella, and to the great Gandolfo, and to my host, Clare Farrell.
And to Jessie Flynn. thank you so much again as well to all of our guests. So thank you. Big round of applause for Karl from Colossal Youth. Ruben from Reprezent. Kaavous and Jules from Original Project. Gabby and Josh from the Bakehouse and Possible Worlds. Helen of Norwich. And big up to yourselves, the most beautiful audience. Thank you so much.